Wuthering Waves 2.5 story is a 10 out of 10. The characterization for Rover and phrolova is perfection. The way they are written throughout the entire patch is fantastic. And I'm going to go over why it's just 10 out of 10 pure cinema. For Enrico's little arc of him being corrupted by the Threnodian, becoming the Harbinger, then after the fight, he sees his predecessor, which brings him back to the light, and he ultimately gives Rover the tip to go back to Septimont. That's where the anomaly is, and then he tells him only the people that abandon their faith can save themselves. And it is just fantastic. I love the way they did a little tiny redemption for Fenrico. It is fantastic. It's like a 9 out of 10 because it's just so good. I have one small little complaint about Fenrico. I wish we could have see more of him getting corrupted by the Threnodian, but regardless of that, it's still fantastic the way he's written, and his ending about how he dies. It's just awesome. Now, the way phrolova is written is just 10 out of 10. From her just being her, always going against Rover, and then as we go out through the patch, we learn snippets of her past, of the people she lost, and then she gets healed, she gets her strength back, and then she brings us in to her little Sonar sphere, where we actually find out what happened with her past, her death, the town where she was born getting destroyed by the meteors, and then we get to see her little mourning outfit, which I hope that they bring that outfit as a viable skin for phrolova. That black and white mourning skin is just so beautiful. I hope it becomes a skin in the future. But the best part about phrolova's story was learning about her backstory, and then learning about how Rover met her before he wiped his memory, and how he did not hold true to a promise that he made to phrolova, and thus driving phrolova into the arms of the Fraxidus. I'm going to call this quest the consequences of my own actions, of Rover's own actions, because of the fact that he did not come back to phrolova after he left, and that just made her go down the path that she is down now. A part in the story that made me laugh a lot was the part where she was using her power while injured and she faints, and then she wakes up to Rover healing her, and he says something along the lines, if you wanted to die, I have an easier way for that. And I was just cackling because I thought it was extremely funny, because that came out of nowhere, and that just cemented that Rover would never trust her for me, and that he still remembers that she is a psychopathic villain who has probably killed hundreds, if not thousands of people. I love the way they keep Rover super suspicious of her, not trusting her, because she literally does, during the story, try to trap him in that Sonar sphere so she can get the gem for herself. And it just cements it that they know what they want for Rover to be like in the story, and I'm glad they went with that, for him to not trust her at all, because she is, no matter what, a member of the Fraxidus. She's an overseer for them, and she cannot be trusted. She will lie and try to manipulate Rover into further her agenda, which she tried to do multiple times in the story, and it seems like a lot of people have forgotten that she tries to trap Rover, that she's killed hundreds if not thousands of people, and I've seen so many people say that phrolova was in the right when she really isn't, because she's going to use that power to probably hurt more people, and she does try to trap Rover. But the key difference is they wrote her so well. I think everybody sympathizes with phrolova because of her tragic backstory of everybody dying that she loved, and I understand why she is willing to go this far, but it does not justify killing a lot of people to get that far. And it's just perfect that they kept Rover the way that they wanted it to do. Not, I'm going to seduce you and put you into the Gathering Waves, you know? But it's just I'm glad they characterized them so well. And it's just, the writing for 2.4 and the story is just a 10 out of 10. It's a masterpiece. It is the best they have done up to this point, and I can't wait to see what's in 2.6, 2.8, and whatever other updates are going to come after this. And I can't wait to go back to Septimont, and I hope we see more of Phrolova, but she is not dead. At least her physical body is dead, because we learn through an item that the blade did pierce her, but she falls down into the water, and then she merges with the Sonorosphere, and she's able to create a perfect recreation of all the people that she lost, as we see in the ending of the story. Now, after you beat the story, you get to head into a place called the Realm Beyond, and we learn that her frequency is still alive in there. That is why I say she is not dead. Until I see otherwise, I'm going to assume she's not fully dead, but her physical form is dead. Until we see proved otherwise, that her body's still there, that's what I'm going to assume. But the Realm Beyond is just so beautiful. I think it is the prettiest area in Wuthering Waves right now. And you do get to talk to Phrolova there. There is some pretty funny dialogue. And she actually kind of wants you there, it seems like, but also doesn't want you there. You can, throughout the day, or in-game day, you can find her at different spots, talking to people that she brought back in the Sonorosphere. But they put so much thought into that they give you an extra area to explore. You get to get mats for Phrolova, you get to see the people that she lost, and then you get to interact with the music there. I've seen a lot of people crying, and I did not cry, but it was a very emotional story, and I'm glad they went with this. I can't wait to see what other characters they're going to hurt to make us feel bad. And that sounds kind of fucked up, but I like it when stories are emotional, and it really hasn't been that emotional up to this. 2.4 and 2.2 was really, really good, but I don't think it comes close to hitting you like it did in this when you kill Phrolova. And it just cements that the Fraxis do not care about each other whatsoever, because Cristoforo could have totally saved her in that final fight. But nope, he just took the gem and pieced out while she fell down. He could have probably opened multiple portals, but he chose not to. He chose to let Phrolova die, which is so screwed. But it doesn't change that the story is a 10 out of 10. Now, the boss fight is really good, but it's not perfect. I really like the Fenrico boss fight, but I've seen there's a couple of people that don't. But anyways, it's a good boss fight, but the music for this patch is phenomenal. Phrolova's themes that play, the music during her tragic backstory, Fenrico's boss fight theme, it's just all perfection. 10 out of 10. They just keep improving and improving and improving with the music throughout each patch, because 1.0 music was very mid, 1.1 is pretty good, 1.3 was fantastic. The Black Shores themes, the music that plays during the final moments with Shorekeeper is fantastic. Then it came to 2.0 and it just became so good. I still listen to the music from 2.0, 2.2, and 2.4. The music throughout these patches, they just keep getting better and better and better and better. I think as of right now, Wuthering Waves has the best music in gacha. I think they beat out every other gacha game with their music, and I know it's going to be subjective, but for me, Wuthering Waves has the most memorable music from 2.0 on. But regardless, 2.5 is a 9 out of 10 just overall, and a 10 out of 10 for the music and story and the characterizations for Rover and Phrolova. And I hope if you guys made it this far that you go and either watch the story or you go and play it for yourselves. But thank you for making it this far if you did. Please like and subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate it. If you guys like the video, well, as I said, like and subscribe and maybe share it. I'm gonna keep trying to make more videos like this. Thanks anyways. Goodbye. I'll see you guys in the next video.